welcome here to another exciting Game Day Gilman. We wait for it every year. I was sitting at home last night. Of course, I slept maybe an hour or two just for the sheer excitement of another bagging competition.
Yep.
They keep bringing us back. We keep trying to get kicked off here. I know you had to deal with a 6-month ban from the Grocers Association last year for some things you said about me and how I was bagging it. So the association didn't like that. They gave you that 6-month ban. But luckily enough, we only do it once a year, so you were able to come back here. How excited are you for today?
Oh, I'm really excited. Obviously, this is one of the best competitions we have here in the state. And, I'm really excited to see some of these new baggers that we have and see how they're going to do today.
Well, let's take a quick look at the eye test. Just looking at them right now,
Yeah.
just staring them down. Just like who's your odds-on favorite here for the bagging competition? Just point to them, or just whisper to me. Yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing, except for just he's not a great-looking person, but overall, it seems like they would be very good at bagging. So we got that going for us here today. Game Day Gilman, for anybody who doesn't know the bagging competition because they've evidently been living under a rock for most of their life, can you explain some of the rules here of the bagging competition and the scoring?
Well, for scoring, they're looking for speed. You get 10 points if you get under 53 seconds. So that is, I know that's one of the things that you go for anytime that you compete here is just to try and get under that 53 seconds. And that's probably one of the bigger things is time. So you want to get under that 53 seconds to get 10 points. And they do distribution of weight between the bags. That's going to be worth 5 points. You want to distribute the weight as evenly as possible between the two bags, and then proper bag building technique. Obviously, you don't want like eggs or chips on the bottom. You want those towards the top.
Well, I'm not going to eat the eggs on the drive home, though, so why can't it be at the bottom?
You don't want to crush them, Joshua.
Well, you're going to crack them eventually. Let's just get some pre-cracks in there.
I mean, I guess
you ever made an omelet before? You do hard-boiled eggs are trash. I'll be honest. So you're going to crack it anyways. I don't know why that's such a big deal. Right now they're giving kind of a demonstration here of just how to bag a lot of the items and get ready for it. Once again, Game Day Gilman, we've talked about this. We talked about this last year when they brought the reusable bags into the game. Originally, it was the paper bags, and that was a big staple for about 30 years of the bagging competition. And now we went to the reusable bags. So far, the snaps, we saw a couple of snap issues last year. I don't know if we're going to see that as an issue here again, but we did see the snap issues, and that's something we have to pay attention here to today.
Absolutely. We've seen snaps fly open last year, too. It even threw a bag off the table itself. So, we got to be careful of those.
This will be a practice round from the defending state champion.
So this will be the practice round. We'll just get to watch from the state champion.
Yep.
I saw some pictures of him. Looked pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He was kneeling in front of a tree with that championship. That check, too, it was like a $500 check.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's about half of what I get paid to be here. So I was very impressed with that $500 check.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what he's got. Yeah, all right. Ready, set, go. Once again, this is the defending state champion. He opened up the bag right away, went crackers. Crackers early Game Day, Gilman. Are you going to be following along with that? Do you think we're going to see – are they watching right now? Because the important thing is he's a state champion. He's a state champion. Are you going to be I would be watching him to figure out exactly what he's doing.
Well, yeah, he's kind of the standard right now. If you want to know how to do things the proper way and as fast as you can, I'd be watching him as close as possible.
The hands are moving very fast. The camera makes it look even faster.
Yeah.
And you
know something that he hasn't done yet is even open a second bag.
He hasn't.
That's just how confident he is.
And that's the thing is we saw it last year a couple of times where some people went to 3 bags, but I'm assuming he's going to go 2 bags, and I think that's the correct way to move. Well, you either got to go 4 or 2. You want to keep it even on that distribution. I just wonder what's the point of the 10 bags over there? Were they is that a sponsor thing? We need it on the video.
Maybe. Maybe you just get your choice and wow.
All right, done. Boom. All right. What was the? Do we have a time? Do we have official time on that? Do we time? 54. So just over that 53-second mark. So that's 9 points on that. And we'll see if they're. I don't know if they're going to.
That's just a demonstration.
Yeah,
he's not even competing.
It didn't seem like he was 100% in the zone, and that he was kind of just messing around.
Yeah.
I saw him pull out his phone and Snapchat like a friend real quick there in the middle of that. Yeah, so I mean that probably added
updated Twitter.
Yeah,
Facebook.
That's probably. I don't think the kids are on Twitter these days.
Are they? I don't know what they're on.
I think it's called X now too. I don't know if you're not keeping up with with the things that the kids are all about today. Dude, it's still lit, fam. You just got to keep up with the trends, man. I do a great job of keeping up with the kids' lingo and stuff like that. You know? No cap, dude. No cap, my friend.
Sure.
That was a good start.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for a lot of the contestants, they're going to be slower than that.
Yeah,
You put a state champion right out of the gate, and then you expect like 15 novices to try to like go against that. That's setting a high precedent.
Rules, he can't defend his title. Once he wins once, he has to retire.
Tough society over here in the bagging community.
Yeah,
You can only win that title one time, and then you can't defend the title.
Seems kind of lame.
That's like me here this weekend with that big softball tournament that I got kicked off the team for, you know?
Yeah.
You win a championship, and then all of a sudden people call you meanie and stuff like that, and you get kicked off, you know? And people get jealous of champions, and that's why he can't return, and you know what? It makes a lot of sense, though. Well, hopefully we'll open up the door for maybe somebody even better here today.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see who's going to be the next one who takes that state championship here. I see a couple of candidates who I think could do it.
I see the judges over here to our right. They look awfully similar. The woman in the middle, of course, already rolling her eyes at us. She's what I referred to in the 80s as the Russian judge.
Oh.
You know, like where all the other judges seem kind of fair. But then there's the hardest judge is the Russian judge. And she's already given us the moose face and stuff like that. And we're ready for it, you know? I remember she gave me a pretty bad score when I did like an exhibition at the end of it, and it was pure jealousy. Let's be honest. Like we come in here dressed to the nines,
right.
And people, of course, are going to be jealous of it. It's just part of the life, though. And of course, I've been dealing with it since I was a child, so I'm not too concerned about it. Game day, Gilman. What speed times you think we're going to be seeing here today? 53 seconds has really been tough to see hit this year.
Well, yeah, and especially if you haven't been practicing at all. But I think that 60 mark would be a good mark. Maybe just over that 60-second mark would be a good mark to see today. You know, I don't think anyone's going to get lower than 85, but we'll see. We'll see.
Out of the items we're looking at the table, what do you think is going to be the biggest issue here today?
Gosh, you know, there are a lot, but what about that 20-ounce package of cookies right there?
The cookies. Original Pringles. Who's getting the original Pringles, if I'm being honest? That seems like an unrealistic like grocery bag. I haven't seen anybody get original Pringles since 1992,
I
if I'm being
some
honest.
Original Pringles.
I'll eat them if they're in front of me, but I'm not going to like straight up order original Pringles. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying, but I mean, at the same time, like there are times where I'm like, man, I could go for just some original, you know.
I've never heard anybody say that. It looks like we got our order here. It looks like Bryce is going to be going first here, and this is going to be a great way to kick off this bagging competition. Oh man, he looks sweaty. He looks sweaty and nervous.
Maybe a little bit
kicking
nervous,
things off, you know. We have to be careful this year. I did look at the rules, and it said if something gets dropped, we're not allowed to say anything.
Which we have.
We have in the past, and we'll be allowed, I guess.
Hey,
but no rules for us, of course. Are we ready?
Looks like we're ready.
Okay. On your mark, get set, go. All right, quick first bag open. Yep. He just watched, and then goes for the bigger box instead of the crackers.
Well, he's building up the wall, so that's
what
the
he's wall.
doing.
Yep,
with
that's a good build. I was reading up on the structure build and stuff like that, and that is the wall is kind of the main go-to here.
Yeah, and usually if you can get two sides of the bag, a side and then the back, or two sides, that's usually a big help.
The wasted time, the falling for the paper towel. The reason they put the paper towel in there is because it's so big and tall. Mm-hmm. It makes you think about it for way longer than you should because it's just kind of there, and you're like, when do I put this in? When do I put this in? And then you forget about the original Pringles sitting there that should just go thrown straight into the trash instead of just brought home.
It's a little distracting at times. It's one of the bigger items on there, and it stands straight up and down.
If he can fit all this stuff into that bag, I actually like the way he's got it balanced so far. I think he packed the first bag a little early for the paper towels.
Yeah,
we saw that stacked on top last year a lot. He's going for the third bag. I would have tried to just fit it all in, too.
Well, this is a different strategy. I don't think we've seen this too often in years past, but this is a new strategy that we're seeing here, and he's putting more of the little stuff in this third bag.
Well, normally I don't have any friends to help me carry stuff, so you don't have friends in general, so, you can't do three bags. All right, boom. We'll see if we can get a 116.37. So that's going to be, oh man, we got to translate that into the 60s, 70s, and so it'd be 77. So that's going to be 4 on the time. But I do like the way he got the first. The first bag seemed like it was packed perfectly, and I liked seeing that. I like to see the first bag because that really sets a precedent. Because then the sky's the limit from that point. I think the third bag is going to affect him. I think, unfortunately, that's going to kind of create a balanced distribution. But I liked, if he could have got it in 2 bags, I liked the way he packed the first one.
Yeah, the distribution of weight between the bags is worth 5 points. So it's not going to be one of those that's going to be detrimental to your score. But that is going to be a little uneven, I think. But I think one of the things that might be not talked about is deciding how many bags you're going to use before you even get up there. Are you going to go for 2, 3? What is the game plan you're going to shoot for?
I think you just watch the state champion grab 2 bags, so you grab 2 bags. But that's the thing is, like, you're not the state champion yet.
Yeah. Well,
so
we might have one here.
That's why I said yet. That's why I put that big keyword yet on that one. So pretty good way to start it off here. Like I said, the first bag was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really think that's going to – the proper building technique is that 10 points. And I really think the placing heavy cans on the bottom of the bag, the wall that you talked about earlier on, I really think that's going to play into effect here on this one. And I think it'll be a solid score. Of course, the speed thing is just such a huge point contributor because if you can get under 53 seconds, that's just 10 points, and it doesn't matter how you bagged them. You could have shoveled them in with a shovel, and it wouldn't have mattered. It would have still counted. You could shoot them in with a leaf blower. It doesn't really matter, and you're able to get those points. Game Day Gilman, while we're here, let's talk about some of the years past, the opportunities that we've had to see different things. I'm sure there's been some – you have a fun fact sheet in front of us?
Yeah,
you want to share one?
Yeah. I mean, which one do you want?
Well, ask me – is it a trivia question? Ask me a trivia question and see if I can get it.
What year did Minnesota start competing in the Best Bagger?
1989.
Yeah, that's correct.
Of course it's correct.
I mean, you only don't.
But it's right in front of me here, and the Minnesota Baggers are going to
Okay, then who was the first Christus Food Center bagger to win the Minnesota Best Bagger competition?
Oh, man. You would think Thorvig would be the right question.
I mean, you've got the last name right.
Yeah, but what if I just said Mr.?
I can't.
I got to assume it's got to be Craig, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Do you know what year it was that he won it?
Well, he's got to be, 27, 28 years old?
Yeah, he's a pretty young guy.
So if he was bagging it in 2004, no. 98?
Nope.
What year?
91.
That wasn't even close.
You know what? Do you want to guess what place he got it in Nationals?
Third.
Yeah, that's actually correct.
It's like I talked to him last year or something. You think I know all the stuff. Game Day Gilman also, I don't know if we can put up the prizes and some of the stuff. They're going to be trusting us to give away some awards here today. We've got the Style Award, the Biggest Bagger Fan Award that'll go out to a fan here watching today, the Rising Star, and then the Spirit Award as well. So
yeah, that Rising Star Award is always one to watch because that's one who it may not necessarily beat the winner, but they're coming up.
Sometimes it's not your year. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have the talent, you have the skill, but it's just not your year.
Yeah.
Like I said with girlfriend number 17, right girl, wrong time.
Yeah.
But like in my 80s and 90s, when she comes back to me, it's going to be working out real well. Looks like we are ready for our next bagger. Are you ready? It's going to be Nick on this one. Ready, set, go. Okay,
Ooh,
pop. The pop and fly.
Open.
Box.
Okay.
Can.
Yeah, okay. The glass.
And a lot of cans.
Yep.
You got to remember those cans for the other bag, though, to keep it kind of even. I do see the jar of pickles and a couple other cans there in the back.
Looks like maybe some SpaghettiOs, maybe.
Are you? You seem like a fan of SpaghettiOs because you're.
No.
Oh, okay, you don't.
No, I used
perfect.
to love them
I
as a
hate
kid,
SpaghettiOs as well. They're not going to give me a jar. Ooh, stacking up high.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty high to stack. That might be the tallest we've seen.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to take risks. Game Day Gilman. Going for that sweet baby raise there.
Nope.
It's just sitting.
There
it goes. Gets in. It's got to go to the bottom. It did slide to the bottom.
It did.
It
but
did
now
eventually
got
get to the
bunch of little stuff.
Yep, that's fine.
And
that loaf,
nice.
the
noodles
loaf of
and
bread
the
on
loaf of
top
bread
is looking
top.
good.
Perfect.
Ooh, not bad.
That's
Not bad. I bet time-wise wasn't too.
Ooh.
52.1. And that was what I was talking about with that speed. Boom. You instantly get that 10 points. You could have bagged it like absolute garbage, but you got the 10 points. Balance-wise, I think the first bag is going to be heavier.
I think
it's going to be heavier. I know we made eye contact there as we saw the first bag backed up, and we both, with our eyes, went heavy.
Yep.
Like, we both knew that was going to be a little heavy there in bag one. And then the pretzels didn't add a ton of weight, but I would have loved to see those pretzels in bag two.
Yeah. I mean, also, if it falls off, I mean, maybe some point deduction there. So you never want to risk it like that. But, I mean, it stayed on there.
Yeah, it did. And you know what? I think time-wise, it really paid off.
Yeah.
50. Yeah. It was good to see. Almost beat my time record. I know I had the 48 seconds there last year in my exhibition round.
48 seconds, but the bag was trash.
48 seconds? Yeah, well, yeah.
Might as well have been a garbage bag.
It could have been a garbage bag. Well, if you put it in a hefty bag, you can fit it all in there. I've been keeping my clothes in one of those for years. It's worked out just fine. Game day Gilman here. So we're 2 in.
Yeah.
We're 2 in. Nick's time is just that's a big precedent. That's set up there to really kind of get things going. And I think all of a sudden you're going to see in the eyes of all the other baggers that, hey, now I got to keep it on. I got to try to get close to that 53 seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah. When you get someone who gets under that 53-second mark, obviously that's automatic 10. I mean, there's no questioning it. You get that 10 for sure. So when somebody grabs that, especially early on, I think that definitely sets something off in the other baggers that, hey, I'm going to have to step up a little bit with the speed.
Now, if you can get that minute or less, though, you're still getting at least 8 points, which, of course, is solid, especially if you have the rest of the stuff perfect. I'm kind of forgetting in the back of my head, Game Day Gilman, we have a lot of awards to personally give out. We cannot forget that we need to be paying attention to some of these things of who we think will be that Spirit Award and that Rising Star.
Don't forget the Style Award. I mean, we're sitting here styling out, and you're.
Well, yeah, that's the problem is you got the 2 best dressed people trying to decide other people's style. Like that would be like us going across the runway and telling the judges what to wear. It's going to be tough for us to do that one. But, we'll figure out a way. Looks like the next bagger is going to be Bella. I believe, is Bella a first-time bagger, or is this a second time? We got to go back into the mental archives.
I'm trying to remember, but I don't think this is a first time for her. I believe she's done this before.
Honey Bunches Oats, Cinnamon Bunches. That is a delicious cereal, by the way. It's an older person cereal, for like us older people.
But it's good.
All right. She looks ready. She looks upset at us for waiting too long. All right. You ready? Ready. Set. Go. All right. Bag open again.
Ooh.
Oh, handle.
Yeah, handle got
going for the handle instead of the side. That's another thing too. We got to keep an eye on for if you put a little bit too much emphasis on the handle instead of on the side of the bag, because the handle's really not doing much.
No, it's pretty floppy. We've seen that get in the way actually quite a bit last year. I think a lot more than people expected it to, but so far so good.
She's working from left to right, kind of staying there towards the front, while some of the back items aren't getting the love I feel like they deserve here early on in the bagging.
But Joshua, I want to point out, look at those cans on
That's a lot of weight. That is a lot of weight. But she's already on to bag 2.
She is.
So bag 2 might see a little bit more weight overall, but speed-wise, she's already on bag 2, and that's a good sign. Cans are going in heavy and fast.
They are. They're going really fast. So, and I think we've got our favorite item back there. Is that a beef stick?
The beef stick. I didn't even see the beef stick get put in the first couple times. We know that's one that remember 2022 when the beef stick jumped out of the bag. That was absurd. It was something you don't see, and boom, that's it. Pretty good run.
That's a pretty good time right there.
105, solid amount of time there, and that's going to be at the 7 points, assuming there's not a decimal on that one. Pretty good speed-wise.
Yeah. I think the handle, though, got her a little bit. And then that second bag right at the end just caught her a little bit, too. With the paper towels, they just wouldn't fit in there the way she would have wanted.
The weight of that second bag was definitely heavier than the first. But you know what? It might have been closer than we think.
I think
we might be overthinking that bag aspect of it. But they were both filled about the exact same way. So I really liked that. That was a good overall build on that one. And
I think that was a good overall performance. Honestly, pretty balanced.
I think right now we're still, like, if we can speculate here, with Nick with that time, I think is still sitting up there, probably in that first place spot. Especially I think with the overall build of the bags too. But it's definitely been exciting. We're only 3 as we got. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. So 3 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 left to go here. Now we've seen late ads, so it's there's never a guarantee exactly how many we're going to get, and it's always exciting to see last couple people all of a sudden come out of the woodwork because they got rid of those nerves. Because it's nerves. I mean, you got us commentating while you're trying to bag. There's a lot of pressure.
There is,
especially on those judges with their judgy pens. Look at them just judging away. Look at them.
Yeah, I mean that's their job.
It is their job, but it's tough. It's a tough job. That's why I'm glad we got this one. But
we've got to worry about giving out these awards here in front of us, so we've got to be judges ourselves a little bit.
I know I'm not really good at judging other people.
No, not at all.
We should probably. We're going to have to shut up for mics at some point and convene to decide exactly who's getting what award. Looks like Isaac is going to be going next here. Okay, can we get that box a little bit more pushed down? The top tab is just it's a little flappy.
Yep.
I'm nervous about that getting caught.
That's
and I just feel like there might have been some sabotage there by the first couple of people to pop that tab open a little bit. We're going to tape it down. That's
right.
And this is the type of professionalism we get here at Chris's Food Center because we saw the issue, pointed out, boom, fixed instantly. Because this competition, it's got to be fair. It's got to be fair, even for the people here at the bottom of the list, like Isaac, that have no chance. It's got to be fair for people like him, So we want to see that tape down because when his time is like 4 minutes and 50 seconds, we can't blame the tab on that one.
Right.
It's just sheer lack of bagging talent.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait.
All right, we picked on him enough. We'll see. We'll hope for the best here. We're not rooting against you, Isaac. You got this.
Now I've got the underdog on him.
All right, ready, set, go. All right, bag popped open.
Oh, the handles.
Oh, they crossed. They crossed. The handles crossed. That just seemed like the world was working against him there at that moment. You can't have that loser mentality, though. You just got to come right back and be like, hey, you know what? I dealt with it. It's like my 5th ex-wife. I just dealt with it, and I pushed through, and it still worked out, okay? That's what you have to remember when you're pushing through stuff like this. Heavy stuff there at the camp.
So lately what I've been seeing here from the last couple of baggers is they're going, like you mentioned, left to right on the table with the first bag and then just kind of adding in as they go on the second bag.
He's going to go to the second bag. I feel like maybe there's room for one more item in that first one.
Maybe that Pringles over there on the far right.
You think the Pringles might get stuffed into bag one? He might go back to bag one? I don't know if he's going to. Did you by chance get a look at that peanut butter? Is it crunchy or creamy?
I feel like it's creamy, but I didn't get a good look.
I feel like you're just assuming it's creamy.
I'm hoping so because that's what I like.
No. I like my bagging smooth, but my peanut butter crunchy. Boom.
Okay.
105.88, so that's going to put him into the 6-point category there speed-wise. On second thought, I think these weights are going to be relatively similar.
Yeah, as they were bringing them up here to the scale, they look pretty even. Don't breathe on it.
Okay.
Add that extra.
Not bad. Game Day Gilman, let's bring it back here to the studio and let's break down a little bit so far of the competition. All right, Game Day Gilman, we are. What are we? 4 people in?
Yeah,
we're 4 people into this year's competition, and of course we got a lot of fans here watching this and stuff like that. What have you thought compared to the other years so far?
I think it's pretty consistent. I think we're seeing some of the people who may have a little bit more practice or maybe a little bit more experience in the competition itself. We're also seeing maybe some newcomers as well. But so far, I think it's been pretty good competition. It's been pretty even as well.
Anytime you're able to see 10-plus people here sign up and get into this competition, it's a great opportunity for some rising stars to really make it to the cream of the corn. Now, I don't see any cream corn out there, but in our hearts it will be.
Yeah,
I think so. I think that's what we're going to have to deal with. Just like we deal with the fact that we got a bunch of watermelon behind us.
Right.
And it's seedless watermelon. I like seeds in my watermelon. I don't know about the average person. Are you a seed?
I'm good with seeds.
So you're cool with the
yeah,
seats in there, yeah. That's what I kind of thought. I kind of thought we would agree on that. But some awesome trophies here we're going to be giving away here. Of course, some are earned, and then some are just decided by us judgmental people. You know what I'm saying? We get to decide based off of it. If there was a best flow hair-wise, no doubt about it.
Right there. We're looking at it.
No doubt Theo's got the best.
And it's a great name to go with the flow, too.
Yeah,
Theo.
Because it flows. Like it just sounds like
Theo with the flow.
Now, probably would have been a great hockey player.
Yeah.
But we'll see how bagging goes here with the flow. Is Theo ready? Okay. Put your hand on that bag, my friend. Ready, set, go. All right, first bag is open.
Oh, didn't even worry about that handle going inside the bag, although that box
caught on the edge.
The
second early bag. Okay. The early bag. He's going to go bag to bag. He's going to go back to that first bag, Game Day Gilman. And third bag. No way. We haven't seen a trip. No.
That's are we about to see four?
No, he's being cocky. This is he's showing off. That's just what are you going to? You can't go back to that first bag.
He's grabbing another one for a fifth bag.
We're being punked now. We're being punked now. I mean, I guess if you
once you know the answer, they change the question. Roddy.
Man, I guess you could get it all in time.
Yeah.
You got 5 bags. You got to be bagging. You got to be bagging fast.
Yeah. Well, he's going for a sixth now. Wow.
A sixth.
Well, we've only got a couple more items at this time. He might just be going for more or less time.
Oh, the extra, the final bag. The final bag.
Used them all.
The environment won't thank him, but luckily they're reusable bags, I guess. So good luck to. All right, boom.
Wow.
Man. 111. I think 111 would be 70, 71. So 5 points there on the speed. If you bought stocks and reusable bags there, you are sitting pretty.
Yeah.
I would have bought a lot on that one. I like the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was trying to win one of these awards
Maybe.
I mean, that was some style.
Yeah.
It was bad style. It was terrible strategic wise.
Right.
But it was style nonetheless.
It was. You can't deny style when you see it.
Some people go for, just being entertaining, and I felt thoroughly entertained throughout that whole performance.
Yeah, I think you can attest to that, being entertaining.
I don't like his odds here in this overall score. It might be one of the lower scores we will see here today, but I'll tell you what. It had moxie. It had flair. It had gumption.
Yeah.
It had a lot of those
I'd
things.
agree.
So they're going to get this table set back up after. I feel bad for the people who have to snap together 40 bags to get ready again. How do you follow that?
I don't know. I really don't know. Unless you come out with, breaking your record time. Maybe that's the only way.
I mean, maybe the next person just does one bag. Just puts it all in one bag and just puts it up like a pyramid.
It had the glass in the middle, but that's about it. Yeah.
So not too badly packed.
Sure. That part was good.
Okay. So we'll.
Yeah, 1 point for that.
Hopefully, Grandma doesn't have to worry about carrying 50 bags. But then again, you know what? What if it is? What if it's somebody that can't carry a lot of weight and wants to take 37 trips back and forth? Maybe it was a special request.
Thinking of everybody.
But I don't think the judges will see it that way, unfortunately. So
probably not.
It's going to make for a great soundbite, though.
Yeah,
I definitely. We saw the double bag open. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, double bag open where the person opened both bags at the same time. I don't remember who it was. It was obviously – I was watching the highlights here about a week ago. I didn't remember exactly who it was, but I saw the double bag open, and then you saw the beef jerky slam.
Yeah.
And that was just –
The beef stick last year took a beating. I'm surprised they brought it back. Surprised the jerky didn't come together and hold a.
I'm guessing it's a different one than last year.
Well, yeah, but maybe they came together as jerky and said, we don't really want to be abused like that. But it's back.
Pineapple. You a fan of pineapple?
I enjoy some pineapple.
Do you like fresh pineapple or like those Dole
I
things
am
in front of
fresh.
that? Fresh, yeah.
I prefer fresh.
When was the last time you cut open a pineapple?
I haven't cut one open myself.
Where did you get fresh pineapple from then?
I don't know. Somebody brought it.
Somebody brought fresh pineapple.
Yeah.
You don't have any friends that bring fresh pineapple. There's no way. All right, Keegan. Now I believe if I remember correctly, we've seen Keegan before. Pretty solid performance. The professionalism just exudes from this man.
Yeah.
And that's something that we really liked. I think last year time was a little high, but man, was it packed perfectly.
It was.
All right. Keegan looks ready. Ready, set, go. Oh, quick bag open. So took that to heart right away. The box is in right away. Both boxes for the quick box wall. Boom, some of the heavier stuff. Now he's looking through. Oh, goes medium.
Okay,
and that's the meticulism I was talking about.
Yes.
He saw some bigger cans and some smaller cans and said, nope, medium can right here. That's exactly what I need, and that's what I love to see about him.
Yeah, and he's got an urgency to him as well. He's packing it pretty evenly, but he's still got that urgency to him. I love to see it.
Paper towel standing up. That's something. Oh,
Okay.
and then the beef jerky on the first one, and then to bag 2. If he can get a great bag 2 here, Keegan is sitting pretty.
Yeah.
I loved that first bag.
This looks like a pretty even set.
A fan
Keegan.
favorite as the fans
Yes.
start to cheer him on, not realizing that he will beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, there's no friends in the bagging competition world, but evidently Keegan is one of the most loved.
Once you step up to that table, they're all enemies.
That bread is probably going to go last, I'm assuming.
That's okay.
There's
that's
the taco
okay.
season.
He's got
3
a
bags
perfect-
and then
Nice.
the bread. Boom! Wow.
Wow.
Look at how evenly. Look at how
it's not even
perfect
spilling
both
over.
those bags are.
Wow.
Let's see the time. 106.34. So that'll be in the 5-point region. Okay, that'll be in the 6-point region on that one.
So that's pretty decent. Then plus his even distribution on the bags. This feels like it's actually might be one of the better ones.
That was a clinic.
Yeah.
That is how you put the bags together perfectly. I love to see that.
You might not want to even take your groceries out. You just might want to admire how it's packed.
I probably would bring those 2 bags home and just throw them in the fridge as they are.
Yeah.
And because I would never want to unpack them.
Right.
They're packed so perfectly. Perfect. What's the point of ever taking those out?
That was textbook right there.
Wow. And you see that from a wily veteran. You see that from a veteran. Sometimes speed is God-given. You can just have that speed and stuff like that when it comes to bagging. But to pack the 2 bags meticulously perfect, that is training. That is professionalism. And I knew it coming. I told you. That's the thing I remembered about Keegan in the past was that professionalism, and we saw it there. It was a sight to see. It was definitely it could be the joy of the day so far.
Yeah, that was really good. A really clean run there for Keegan, and I was really impressed. I enjoyed watching that one. I could watch it again.
It's crazy to see somebody go from a 6-bag and then to a 2-bag the next one.
Yeah.
That's that was definitely a different jump and stuff like that. So, it's been. That's the thing about this bagging competition. It gets mentally exhausting from that much action. You ever watched a sporting event and your heart's just constantly going? Every single Vikings game this past season, your heart was just doing that, and that's what the bagging competition does, and that's why they can only make it an hour or 2 long. Otherwise, hearts will stop. It's tough to push through. Looks like we're gonna have Wyatt here next.
Okay.
How are the items holding up game day, Gilman? The Doritos has a little more kind of crunch to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than that, everything looks okay. Even the jerky even looks like it's holding up. I know
Still
last
straight?
year.
Still straight?
It
Yep, it's not curving as much?
Straight.
All right. Wyatt looks ready. We look ready. Are the judges ready? All right. Ready, set, go. Pull off from the bottom.
Give him a little bit of trouble.
That handle kind of tucked in there.
Yep.
The first
There we
box
go.
got a little bit of issue, but you build up that wall. I feel like both of those boxes are on one side. I would have loved to see. Oh, no. They're pushed across. What a fool I was. I wish we need the aerial camera for next year.
Yep.
Next year we put an aerial camera on that. We've got the technology. We'll do it.
We do.
We're gonna go to the pretzels, and now pretzels and bread in the same. And we've seen the first couple of people doing that, and it looks like he's making sure the edges are crisp on that bag. It's a little bit of it takes a little bit of time. The customer will appreciate it, but it's going to cost you a little bit of time on that one.
Yeah.
And I understand it, but still, the taco seasoning pack in there is always the one that throws me off all the time. You've got no fresh beef in there. And you're buying taco seasoning, I get it. Maybe you've got the beef at home already. But with the great deals here at Beef at Chris's Food Center, you think you would just get it now.
Combine. Yeah, you would think.
And then you put it in the bag. Cookies in there, and then the seasoning. It's going to be a tough fit. Beef jerky. Beef jerky's in.
And the paper towels.
Paper towel,
All
okay.
right.
So still two bags. 114, and that's going to be a 4-point run speed-wise. So that's going to hurt losing 6 points. But once again, we've seen some great bag distribution so far. I feel pretty comfortable with what we've seen bag-wise. Although the second one looks a little laboring on the scale.
It does a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe that first one also looked like it had some of the heavy stuff in it as well. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little more even than we think.
Some of the principles of bagging, Game Day Gilman, if we have time to go over some of these principles. A good bagger looks over the orders and plans for it. And that is why the table gets kind of set up early, and everybody can walk on through and kind of see exactly what they're doing. They can get a chance to look at that and just break it down and just be like, okay, I'm going for this, this, and this. And I think when you see me try to attempt to do the bags late, like at the end of the competition, I think I don't plan enough ahead.
Well, lucky for you, we've got a sample.
Yes, the arrangement, yep.
And looking at it so far, obviously we've seen the boxes go first, like the box of cereal, the Ritz, the Cheez-Its even. But for you, after you build up that wall, what's something you're going for on this list? What is something that you look at and that after that wall is built that you're going for next?
Well, after the wall, I feel like then you go for the glass. And the problem is the pickles are on the far side.
Right.
And you don't want to waste time. But if you go glass, can, you go 3 at a time, you go boom after you build that wall, I think then you can build around on that one and you're going to be fine with it. That's what I would go for because I don't want to panic about the glass at the end. And, you've seen me knock over a lot of stuff in our history.
Yes. There's been
a glass is not what I want to knock over. All right. Looks like next we've got Ashton. All right, Ashton, you ready? Ready, set, go.
First bag popped open there. He's gonna go for 2. Beef stick in early. And the cans, and now he's building up the wall. So we see a little bit of a different strategy here with Ashton here, Josh.
And I didn't get a chance to watch. What are we looking, or what's the different strategy?
So we went 2 bags.
Okay.
And the jerky.
Jerky was first.
Yeah, it was first.
Oh man, I remember when we saw that back in 1998, the beef jerky first time, and that was a performance to say the least. It rarely works out.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. This first bag looks pretty even. Maybe a little heavy. Looks like all the cans are
he
in
double
there.
snapped early, right? So he snapped both bags first, so that way he wouldn't have to worry about the snap later on.
Yep.
And that kind of when you're in snap mood, it's nice to kind of just keep snapping them right away and not have to go back to a different hand motion. Boom, 2 bags. 101. So that's going to be at the 7, just above that 8 mark.
But still a pretty quick time, though.
Yeah, still pretty impressive. Game Day Gilman, I believe I'm going to get the opportunity to talk to somebody here. And Keegan's going to be stopping on by and talking to me. And first off, Keegan, tell me how many years you've been doing this?
I have been doing this for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in October.
How do you feel about your performance here from today?
Oh, I felt really confident. I've been practicing like every day for about the last 2 weeks or so, and I felt like I've really shined on improvement ever since last then. I didn't do the contest last year, but no, I've come a long way. I know for sure, especially with like strategy and technique and all that, and I felt like it really showed today.
That was the thing that we noted the most about you is the way you meticulously packed both bags, and you still had a pretty good speed overall on it.
106, yeah.
But it was packed perfectly. And how much pride did you take in that?
I was very. There was a lot of mixed emotions. I mean, I was very happy, but at the same time, I just wanted to see if I could do it, and do better, and I felt like I really did. I've really done that, because when I did it in 2021, I know my time was like 1:10, and I still did really well, but I felt like I didn't have the right technique.
And I recall going back there when I got a chance to watch it back then, and that's what I was referencing, where I knew the professionalism was going to come in from that bag packing ability, but it just seemed like you were in the zone and you were ready for today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for to see if you can make that top list, and congratulations and great job bagging today.
Thank you so much.
Once again, we are excited to be out here at Chris's Food Center here for the Best Bagger competition, and we look forward to continuing to see a lot of great bagging opportunities, and we will bring Game Day Gilman back in here, and it was a humbling opportunity to talk to him after such a great performance. That's always nice to be able to talk to somebody after something like that.
Yeah, it is, and to hear that he's been practicing and he was
Weeks,
confident.
yep.
And he was confident.
Well, we saw it.
And I think that's one of the better things to have is just confidence in what you're doing.
Looks like we are ready here. This one's going to be Hannah. Hannah, are you ready? Should we make Hannah wait just a little bit long? Okay.
Just make it uncomfortable.
Right. Ready, set, go. All right. The bag's open, box gets in there, pushes against the wall. Those two boxes kind of
they kind of held her up a little bit.
Up a little bit, but look at the middle got packed instantly with all those cans. Now that's probably about the max of the heavy stuff. Now you're going to have to probably go lighter here for the rest of the time on this one.
Beef sticks in there.
Still, some good speed, some good overall packing ability that we're seeing here. On top there with the Doritos.
Okay. Ooh, going to squeeze the bread in there.
Oh, good catch, though. Good catch. A less athletic person would have let. Just go for the next one. You just have to move on. You go to the next bag, though, but a less athletic person would have let that drop, and that bread would have been squished. So good catch, good save, and that might end up saving a point there towards the end. We will see. Still a decent amount of stuff there, but it's all right next to her now. It's all very close, minus that bread and the paper towels. Otherwise, it's just short grab, short grab, short grab.
That bread's still within pretty good reach, though. I think she'll be able to grab that pretty quickly.
I think she started to go here for quality over speed there towards the end. The paper towel and now the bread.
That's a perfect fit, though, for that bread.
Yes. That bread needed to go. It needed to go bag two right away.
Yeah.
113. Okay. So that's going to be in the 4 points speed-wise. But I think we both agreed there. We liked where the bread ended up at the end. Sometimes you don't get to pick where the grocery items go. They pick.
Yeah.
And that was one of those instances where the bread is like, nope, I'm not going in bag one. I need to be in bag two. Let me fly. You got to let me fly.
Yeah.
That's like a peacock. And that's what happened.
Yeah, it was. And then she, again, you mentioned her athleticism, grabbing it with one hand, but also keeping her eye on the board of what to go for next with that second bag. That's just talent.
Is when something drops, you just can't let it kind of get to your head. You have to be able to kind of just keep going. We are going to kind of separate this thing back out here, get everything back on that table, Game Day Gilman. Right now, we have one more person on the sheet. For bagging. We'll see if we get a couple more people here, and we'll see if we can get a couple more interviews as well, get a couple of people to talk to, because this is the best part. You back out into the community. You're out here and checking out a lot of this stuff, and that's what's exciting to see. Looks like we're going to be able to get another interview here in Game Day Gilman. Once again, do not forget that we have to be judging some of these things going on. We got another guest here with us. I believe it's Bryce, correct?
Yep.
Bryce, what were your nerves like being the person to go first?
I was extremely scared.
Yeah? The first, it's tough to go to that first spot. It's definitely a little nerve-wracking. But you did get to watch the state champion kind of do it before you. Did that at least help in your endeavor?
Yeah, a little bit. I've worked with them too, so I get the idea.
So you get to see it in action like on a regular basis. You get a chance to just kind of see that type of work ethic and stuff like that and figure it out. What did you think was the best part of your performance today?
Probably my quality in bagging.
You had a good quality in bagging, you felt like?
Yeah.
I thought your time was pretty solid overall. It wasn't too bad there.
Yeah. I could have been faster, I would say.
I think at the end of the day, I feel like people always go, I could have been faster.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what, you're going to be like, I could have been faster. I could have done a little bit better job when it comes to that stuff. But the people going home with the groceries, they're not going to be thinking about that time. They're going to be thinking, I've got all my groceries. None of them are crushed, and it all looks fantastic. So great job, my friend. And you know what? It's tough being the first person to kick it off. I thought you did a great job. So thank you so much for joining me, and good luck when it comes to the scoring, my friend.
Thank you.
Once again, we are out here at the bagging competition. We're getting ready here for the next bagger. We'll bring back in Game Day Gilman as would you want to be the first to go?
No, thanks. No.
That's one of the tough things you have to deal with when you're in this type of situation. I believe we got Ramsey up. Does Ramsey look ready? All right, hands on the bag. Judges are ready. Ready, set, go. All right, bags open right away.
A smooth bag.
It's the smoothest one we've seen so far.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but it felt like the bag just flopped open.
Yeah, it was like butter for him.
Yeah.
That bag wanted to open.
Now, going with the cans, that was a good. I thought I was going to grab the taco seasoning. I'm like a little early for the taco seseasoning. You can throw that anywhere.
Early just because it's so small. It can
You don't
fit
have to.
anywhere.
You don't have to think about it.
Right.
But that's why you just kind of throw that in at the end because that's a waste of a grab. You can grab it with something else when you're doing it all at the same time.
All right. First bag's done. We're going to go for bag 2 now. I still see
that
that
Cheez-Its first?
spaghetti
Or you're gonna
sauce
go
out there.
spaghetti sauce.
Because
You're gonna have to wall that in. You're gonna have to wall that glass in.
Oh, paper towels.
Early paper towel. Early paper
You know
towel.
what though? That might be an underrated wall item. It just might be.
You think so? Is it standing? Is the paper towel standing up or is it sideways?
I think it looks like it might be standing up on that.
Because I think if you put it sideways, though, you're talking a good wall to protect that glass. Standing up, it's still going to protect it,
think
but
so,
just
yeah.
I'm not sure it's going to be protecting it enough. But we'll wait and see. I mean, especially with some of the roads here in Minnesota, you never know you got to be careful with some of those glass items. You know,
very
some
true,
of the potholes.
very true.
It's going to a third bag.
Oh.
Third bag. You know what? Stuff is getting in the bags. People are taking their groceries home. People are happy. They got a great deal. They're excited for it. Ooh, moving some stuff at the just wants it to be perfect. Just wants it. Boom. Just so that'll put it here into the 2-point category there for speed or somewhere around there when it comes to the speed. But that, once again, at the end of the day, points-wise and judging-wise, it's going to be hurting you points. But same way, people are getting all their groceries in a bag.
Yeah, very true, very true.
They're getting it the way they wanted to. And maybe, you know what, maybe we didn't hear the customer request third bag.
Yeah, maybe we didn't.
You know what? Maybe there was a kid with, and you wanted the kid to be able to help and carry a bag, and that's why you put all the non-breakable stuff into the last bag and gave him a third bag. It's a genius strategy.
I mean, now that you have to deal with kids as well, kids definitely want to help. There's a lot of times where they want to help, even when it's things you don't necessarily, when they don't want to, of course, they clean your room. No, okay, now you don't want to help, but
they got to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't let the kids touch any of the chores.
Really?
They just can't do it. Like, they just don't do it right. You know what I'm saying? They just. It's bad. I don't want to do the chores, let alone make the kids do the chores. Isn't that the point of, like, when you become a parent, you're supposed to have your kids do stuff or stop letting your kids do stuff you didn't want to do growing up?
No.
You give the next generation something better than what you had it, like the reusable bags.
Yeah.
Here in this competition, where in the past people had to worry about the bag ripping. Talk about like a whole different game changer when it comes to that. I haven't had to worry about a bag ripping now in years.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah, it's just
and for the bagging competition itself. I mean, that changes the game drastically.
Absolutely, and and I think it's for the better. I think sometimes changes and rules and stuff like that work out for the better.
Yeah, I think so.
So they're setting things back up. We'll see if we end up having another person bagging. We'll see if I'm sure the judges are going to be also tallying up a couple more things, and we'll see. That was the final contestant, Game Day Gilman. All right, so let's Game Day Gilman. Let's bring it here back into studio mode, and we will we'll talk about that. Wow. Another year of that competition so far, or at least the contestants wrapping up. What are some notable things that you are thinking about from this performances we've seen?
Well, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of professionalism.
It was a fun one and professional, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think one thing that people worry about more is we've seen a couple of fast ones, but I think they worried more about the even distribution and building up that wall. And I think they did a really good job of that this year.
We really didn't see the poor bagging that we've seen in the past sometimes, where some people just went for that pure speed and then just completely forgot about it. It's my strategy, I will admit. And I kind of was hoping some kids would kind of catch on to the strategy that is Josh Ramiron, which is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying type of thing, where you just throw it all in there. If it breaks, it breaks. They already paid for the items, so it doesn't matter, And that's the mentality I've always had as a grocery bagger. Now, of course, I've been fired from all 3 grocery places I've worked at, but when it comes to the fastest bagger, you can't argue I am the fastest bagger. Now, the best bagger, definitely not. I'm hearing a challenge. We'll wait until the judges are ready, so that way the judges can correctly score me, because I feel like I get snubbed every year. They have something against me. Let's be honest.
Time-wise, you get your 10 points, but about everything else, it's I don't know. I think they score. Maybe they give you a few extra points.
I don't think first year I got. I don't think I got under the 53 seconds.
Really, I feel like the first year I was here, you did.
I did. You think so?
I feel like you did.
Because I feel like last year I got like 48 seconds.
Yeah, last year was fast. But then you just dumped everything.
Well, yeah, you just if I just grab the table, tip it sideways, and pour it into a bag, it kind of just works that way.
Works.
Game day going. Let's go through a couple more of these trivia questions. Can I hit you with a couple?
You can. I read them before, but I probably forgot by now.
How many areas determine the criteria for choosing best bagger?
3. Or is it 4? Is it 3 or 4?
4.
It is 4.
It's 4, because what's the last one, like professionalism or something like that?
Style, attitude, and appearance. I'd say that's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, so, all right, let's ask you another one. What happens if you leave an item on the table? Oh, man, we haven't seen.
You're deducted a point for every item you leave on the table.
Correct. Great job on that one. And we did. I don't think we saw that today. I don't think we saw that at any point today.
We didn't see that, and we didn't see any items fall on the floor or bounce out onto
That's
the floor.
true. That's a positive. That's something you would always want to see, is nothing fall on the floor. And I think every year we've seen something fall on the floor.
Yeah. But I think that just goes to show you this year the professionalism of these baggers and how serious they take it.
They just had it. I mean, we hear people talking about how much practice they put into this, and it's noted. It's definitely noted. Game Day Gumman, we do have some tough awards that we're going to have to be giving out here at some point.
That's going to be.
All right. Game Day Gilman, you go up and
No, you're good.
You want me first?
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll turn the camera back around, Game Day Gilman. So once again, please no cheering, just booze.
There will be plenty of those.
I thrive on it. Can you play the Imperial March right now?
All right. All right, so we'll be joined by Tyler here while Josh is going. We won't worry about him. It's just he's not that important. Tyler, you won state last year. How did it feel to, first of all, win state?
It felt good. I went there the previous 2 years, and so it felt really good to win that contest.
Absolutely, and I guess we'll give Josh's ready. Are you ready? Okay. So we've got a little bit of time here before Josh was ready. Well, what is one of the things that you concentrate on while you're bagging? I mean, what's the most important thing for you? Obviously, there's a criteria here, but what's one of the more important things for you while you're bagging?
The most important thing is to get the base down first, and after that, it just like flows after that. But getting the base down is pretty much the most important thing.
Absolutely, and then we talk about speed all the time. Speed, is that one of the more important things, or is that something that's not even on your mind while you're bagging?
Speed is definitely important, but you also need to have those other things if you want to do really well.
So you're saying it's not just about speed, it's
Correct.
about building everything. Only the state champ. Josh, are you ready? All right, ready, set, go. All right, Josh pops it open real quick. So far, we've got the wall down. He's putting in one of the cans. So far, how do you think Josh was doing here?
Not too bad. He got the box in first. That's my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
Is get that box in there and get the walls up first.
So what about those wipes there? It looked like the wipes went in. Maybe could have waited on those?
Wow.
Beef jerky got it. So Josh was the one to drop an item.
Yeah, we didn't see an item drop until Josh. So.
Leave it to Josh. So far, time-wise, not. Nope. Here we go. He's just gonna say, "Yep, here it is." So he forgot about the time, and now he's just gonna go and put everything. So now, what would you say about his bagging technique?
Well, that's definitely a strategy. I don't know if it's the best one, but definitely is a strategy.
It certainly is. And Brett is last, and there it is.
There we go.
So 55-42. That'll be the 9-point category. So. One of the faster times here today, Josh, but not the fastest. Tyler, before you go, what was the experience like at state for you? I mean, obviously being able to go there and win, but what was that experience like for you?
It really is a good experience. I mean, you get to go against all the other grocery stores in the state, so it's really fun actually.
And what would be your best advice to some of these other baggers competing?
Just have fun. Do your best and have fun.
All right. Well, Tyler, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get the main MC back here in Joshua. Joshua, first of all, didn't get under the 53, but how'd you feel about your time?
Not very good.
Well, I would say that about your whole performance, but
the beef jerky just, we talked about it all week about the beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
You and I, we sat back. We were on the deck yesterday, and we were just talking about the beef jerky. And I was like, I'm not concerned about anything else here today, but the beef jerky has just had it out for me lately. It's had it out for me in this competition before.
Yeah.
And then to see something fall on me today, especially after nobody else had an item fall, it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt emotionally. And I know the judges are going to go over there, and they always take away points for my cockiness, just because I'm the greatest. People knock you down a peg, Are you going to show the bag or something? The camera's pointed out that way.
Oh, wow. Got a lot of cans in there, Joshua. I don't think that's very evenly distributed.
I was going to donate them to the food shelf anyways, so who cares, I was going to help out a local community. Well, sorry about that. Sorry for helping out the local community with all those cans,
No.
My bad.
But
Whoops.
I think maybe we're playing a little bit of a mind game with ourselves with the beef jerky just because we talk about it all week, then we talk about it here, it hadn't fell, and do you think, I don't know, maybe that played in a little bit.
Well, I might not sleep for a week or two, but, I'll be back. I'll be back next year, and I'll be bullied into it again. That's what it is. It's bullying. I get bullied into this every year.
You still got about what I think it was 9 for your time.
Yeah, I still got 9 points. Like 10 total points. That's the problem though. Is I need that perfect 10 because the rest of it's going to be 0.
I don't know if 1 point's going to help you if everything else is terrible.
Double digits, Game Day Gilman. That's all I've ever cared about in this bagging competition is hitting double digits, and it might hurt me for my style, attitude, and appearance there, but so are you going to give me this? Do I deserve the style award?
No, you certainly don't get any of these.
Yeah, I feel like I should get the style award. You know what I'm saying? But
I think we should save that for people here.
I suppose.
Yeah, but we've got a few awards that we've got to worry about giving away here: style, best bagger, fan, a rising star, and then the Spirit Award.
Well, Game Day Gilman, let's cut the audio here for a second.
Okay.
Anybody who's watching on the YouTube, just stay here for a minute. Game Day Gilman and I will cut our mics here, and we need to talk this out, okay?
They said to announce it in 30s.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, what a deliberation game day. You know, they say childbirth is one of the hardest things you can do. But I think judging a bagging competition, that's up there.
Yeah.
That's up there. That's definitely, that's got to be one of the harder ones. You know, and we rack our brains on this type of stuff. We were there for about 3 minutes just going back and forth because we had some strong disagreements.
Yeah,
and, you know, I think as broadcasters and judges and stuff like that we have to be able to work through that. And I'm just glad. I think we've got it figured out.
I think so.
I think we've got it all figured out. Let's go with the Style Award first. The Style Award. And we both agreed Theo with the flow.
Yeah.
Theo with the flow. Theo, come on over here. You'll have to come into the camera so we can give you this award, the Style Award, my friend. If you want to just look at the camera and smile, and look at that camera and smile.
All good. Way
to go, Theo.
Thank you.
Theo with the flow. Great job. Yeah. I mean, you grow that for how long?
Right.
Like, you kind of have that one.
Yeah, it was kind of a showstopper.
You kind of have that one locked down. Rising Star, this was one that we had – I feel like it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer for us. We were super impressed.
Yeah, really, really impressed.
And that one's going to go to Keegan. Keegan there with the Rising Star. I think it's a no doubt that we are going to see this man at the top of the competition here real soon, and that is definitely going to be the Rising Star here. So once again, we were obviously super impressed.
That was pretty much unanimous.
Yeah, that was it. Really didn't take much of a conversation on that one. And then the Spirit Award, we just felt that Bryce deserved it for going first. It's tough to go first. That is a battle, and also to do an interview after going first, like Spirit Award, definitely. We like the spirit. Yes, and that was so. Those ones were, of course, tough.
Yeah.
And then we have one to give away and another one to give away. And this one, it seemed like the person that deserved this the most was the one that was like forced to be there by their significant other. I feel like being forced and then standing in the back and just staring at us the whole time, I feel like definitely deserves the Best Bagger Fan Award goes to you, my friend. You didn't have a choice, so come on over here and accept your award. You didn't have a choice, but you kept paying attention, and you know what? We love that. You could have walked around, you could have left, you could have went out to the car,
Stuck with you guys.
but you stuck with us. So thank you so much. All right, so next we will go on to the best weight. 300 pounds goes to me. Oh, the grocery weight. Sorry. The best weights, the best balance. This is crazy.
This is impressive. When I saw it at first, I thought it might be a misprint.
It seems like it would have been a judge's error. Like, I mean, especially with who we're working with today. But what was it, 5 pounds each bag is the goal?
Yep.
And the weight was 4.98. That's about as close as you can possibly get. And Bella wins the best weight. The best weight. I remember we talked about it. We were talking about how we thought that was a perfect bag weight. So,
Good job, Bella.
all right. So weight thing is impressive. Now this, of course, is the only thing I care about.
Well, it doesn't go to you this year. Sorry.
It doesn't go to me this year. I got officially beat.
Yep.
Because what time did I have?
I think it was 50.
We have the sheet over here, but I already threw it away in the trash. I didn't want to look at it again. I got 20. He gave me 20 points. So I got 9.
55 you got.
55. So I got 55. So I got beat. It's a rare loser for me.
Was that
so
the third time maybe?
out of pure jealousy, I'm going to say this person's name for speed. The time was 52.1, and that goes to Nick. Best time. And that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, it really is.
To me, best time was what it was always about. All right. So now we got third, second, and first place to give away. We'll start here with third place. Well, yeah, I can see the name. I'm just trying to look for the score. The score for this person was 23.6. So not bad. Judge number 2 was a little bit rough on you, but there's no surprise. Third place goes to Hannah. Congratulations. All right, so Hannah taking that third place spot. Somehow I feel like we've said this person's name already.
I think so, just maybe.
Second place goes to Bella. You get that perfect weight.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get a lot of points. Yeah. All right.
This name again looks pretty familiar.
This is crazy that we're not giving out a first place trophy this year. Just third and second.
Yeah, that's it.
So third and second have been given away, guys. It's been a great performance. The first place goes to a person who proves the only thing that matters is speed. Nick. Nick takes home that first place prize. My friend, congratulations. That's going to be in a great photo backwards, you know.
Yeah.
But you had to read it. Yeah, you had to make sure it said first to make sure that it was legit.
Yeah, you always want to check.
Man, what a year once again, Game Day Gilman.
We have some awards for the timers and the judges, too.
Oh, we have other awards to give away.
Wow.
The judges and the timers go over here.
Best bagger timer. I wonder if we should give that to the person that was doing the timer? Should we give that to the timer lady?
I think we should.
It looks like there's 3 awards, so we're going to give away. One person gets all 3. I think that makes the most sense.
Right.
Well, come up here for your best bag timer.
Oh, my gosh.
Even though your timer was a little bit wrong for mine.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Kristen. You did it? Yep, I got it?
All right. So then these ones say best bagger judge. They both say it. So they both get it, I guess. Can I just give 2 to the one lady and then? We couldn't do this without the judges. Hey, let's give a round of applause for the judges here real quick. Thank you guys so much. You don't know what it means for you guys to keep us still employed, so we appreciate it.
All right, we have one for you guys, too. The big thank you award.
Wow.
Well, Game Day Gilman, I'm sorry, but I got an award for this one. WCMP's Best Play-by-Play, Chris's Food Center Best Bagger 2023. It looks like maybe they had a deal on trophies, and they decided to just go crazy. I'm not surprised to win this Game Day Gilman. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. I like to be my motto is stay humble. So I just want people to know that I appreciate it, and know I've earned it every step of the way. We had a great first, great second, great third place finish. We had a lot of great items. We're going to see them moving on to the state competition, and we look forward to seeing some of the numbers there that we get from that state competition. When is that? That's going to be Saturday, August 26th.
Yeah, it's going to be August 26th. It'll run 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Energy Park Financial Center. Grand prizes for first place is going to be $500 cash and trophy, plus a trip to the National Best Bagger Competition Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then second place will receive $250 cash and a trophy.
Well, I got the only trophy I needed today, Game Day Gilman, for
your thank you trophy.
My ego. Can we get Craig on the mic? Let's see if we can.
Let's get him on here.
Did I ask? Did I tell him?
I believe you
I'm
told.
pretty confident I told him to come on over here, my friend. You know, as one of the first people to win this competition here, how great is it to see another year in the books of this awesome competition?
It's the coolest thing about the contest is that it's generational, and so this might be the second generation of baggers that we have. Mm-hmm. The contest has been going on within the state for over 40 years, so we're getting people in there that they remember their parents or relatives or older coaches or somebody being in the contest when they were young. So that's the nice thing about the contest, in my opinion.
And you just got to keep it going till the grandkids are performing in this contest as well.
That might be a little ways for me. So.
Well, we can only hope, my friend. I'll tell you that much. We can wait for the bagging competition. So, anything jump out to you this year?
I just really appreciate the atmosphere you guys bring to this contest, and I think everybody had fun, and it's our customers enjoy coming through and seeing what the spectacle is, and in past years we've had previous winners happen to shop in the store and stop in for impromptu interviews. So
I know last year there was somebody from another state that just happened to be back on this week, and they stopped on by and got to interview him.
A former winner was here 2 years in a row, actually, from Nebraska. He lives in Nebraska now and came visiting his family.
It's always great. This keeps the community connected, and congratulations on another great year of doing it.
Well, thank you guys for coming.
Once again, we were happy to come out here. We'll bring Game Day Gilman back in here, and we'll do a final wrap-up of what we saw here today. Game Day Gilman, great job as always. It's nice any chance, father and son combo like you and I get to kind of be out here and to broadcast this. We get to get on our fancy attire, broadcast to the whole grocery store, whether they want to hear it or not. If you came out for groceries today, you heard us.
You did.
You dealt with us. We had a lot of people streaming on YouTube and stuff like that and watching this event. It's one of a kind.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And it's so fun to watch, and it's so, like he said, it's so fun to watch the next generation come up, the talent, as we see everyone who competed here on the camera there. We've seen some newcomers. We've seen some veterans a part of this competition this year, and it was such a fun competition to be a part of once again. We're just seeing the different strategies, the different skill sets, the different motivations they have for all of it. It was so fun to be a part of it yet another year.
Well, the question is, Game Day Gilman, will they bring us back for another year?
Well, maybe just to see you. I think you might have been the main attraction at the very end. I don't know.
I try to be, my friend. And unfortunately, I got beat out here today. My score would have placed me in, looks like fifth. Fifth place. So I would have been in fifth place and not a top three. But congratulations there once again. Third place went to Hannah. Second place, Bella. And first place, Nick. And some great performances here today. Game Day, that's going to do it for us, man. Have a good one, and thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
And that does it for the 2023 Bagger competition here at Chris's Food Center. Everybody have a great rest of your day.